Hey everybody, this is my first attempt at ever filming a cooking video. About 4 years ago, my wife passed away. I had to learn how to cook. Not that great a cook. I got a lot of man friends that like to smoke ribs, all right? They shall remain nameless. Okay, they spend hours and hours and hours trying to cook their ribs. And it's tough to smoke ribs. It's tough to do that. But I'm gonna show you a way that you can cook these ribs in the crock pot, where they will fall off the bone. They are excellent. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open these up, get them spread out for you. We're gonna cut them. We're gonna take care of the membrane, show you how to get the membrane. Ribs laid out here, and what you wanna do is take your knife and make a little incision on the membrane right there. And of course, you make sure your hands are clean and everything's ready to go. But what I wanna do is I wanna get my finger up in there in that membrane, and I'm just gonna put my finger up there, and I'm just gonna pull this membrane all the way off, and it should come off in like one fluid motion, just like this. See this? I got it right here, and I'm just gonna pull it all the way off. Bam, just like that. And the membrane is 100% almost. You know, sometimes you gotta grab a little bit, sometimes you might need to get a paper towel to do that, but I got the membrane off now. And so that's step number one. I got membrane off here now. I'm gonna cut this in 3 sections just because it will fit better into my crock pot. And so I'm gonna get down here and slice these in 3 separate sections. And we're gonna have 3 little small little sets of ribs. I'm eating for 1, and so this will feed me for a couple of days, but I got it in 3 different sections now. And now I'm gonna grab my seasoning, so you can use whatever seasoning you like. Every man has a different seasoning they wants to do, but whatever seasoning you wanna use, you can use. All right, I'm using some kind of steak seasoning. You can use whatever seasoning you like, and I'm just gonna spread it on here, kind of thick. Put them on both sides of the ribs. A lot of guys like different kinds of rib seasoning. I found if you use this steak type seasoning, it works great, and you don't have to salt it as much. It'll be very good. I'm gonna put it on both sides, pepper it on there real good, just like that. My wife would kill me if she knew I was showing the kitchen at all, but that's what we're gonna do, put a good little amount there. Now, what I'll do, sometimes I'll put them in a bag and I'll let them sit overnight. It's just to your taste. Today, we're just gonna put these right in. And so the ribs have been demembraned, they've been cut, and now we've seasoned them up. And now we're gonna get the crock pot. All right, I got my ribs ready to go. First thing I'm gonna do in the crock pot, I got the crock pot right here. I'm gonna show you laying in. First thing I do is I put in some Swanson beef broth. Now, I know there are gonna be people screaming, why in the world do you do that? We're gonna put all of that in there and get it in there. This is the good stuff. Trust me, this is gonna turn out great. These ribs are gonna fall off the bone, and we're gonna barbecue them up, and they're gonna be good stuff, and you don't have to spend all night in the smoker, okay? So we got our ribs, they're all seasoned up, ready to go. We're gonna lay them down in there and lay them where they can fit pretty good in there, kind of stagger them in there. And they're gonna cook nicely, little small sets, gonna go over here to the side, just like that. We're gonna put it in here now for the secret sauce. You ready? Here we go. Whatever kind of soda you like. Now, I'm on a carnivore diet. I try to do diet soda. I know everybody's gonna scream about aspartame and all this. This is part of a diet soda that I got left on. I'm gonna pour that straight in there on that beef broth. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of soda you use. Now, the soda is there just to break down the meat, helps tenderize it. And so now I'm gonna get my favorite soda ever, and that would be Diet Mountain Dew. Diet Mountain Dew is gonna go in, and I'm gonna put enough in there, just enough to cover these ribs over. Gonna dump all that in there. It's gonna be good stuff. It's gonna be down there. You're gonna get a couple more diet sodas. Now you can do this just with diet soda, diet Dr. Pepper, whatever you like, whatever you like. It doesn't matter, I'm telling you. I've tried it with all. I've even cooked them with Canada Dry ginger ale before. 1 more soda's going in. And then we're gonna take this sucker. 1 more, get that other soda in there. Gonna pour it right in there. And we are good to go. Everything's all nice and covered. I don't know if you can see that or not. We're gonna lift it up and let you see, but the ribs are all covered over in soda. Now, I'm gonna plug it in on low. And we're gonna let it cook for at least 6 hours. And you're gonna be amazed what happens when this gets up. All right, everybody, it's been 6 hours since we started the ribs. Got them out here to the crock pot. I'm gonna take them out and let them drain a little bit. They're already starting to fall apart. I'm gonna lay them on a piece of paper here, okay? And we're gonna take them out. Gonna use a set of tongs so we can kind of keep them together and drain them a little bit. Lay them out here on the paper here. One last set of ribs coming up. Right there, let them drain over. Okay, now I am going to take some Ray's no sugar added. Now listen, I'm on a carnivore diet. This is not no sugar totally, but it only has 4 carbohydrates, 1 sugar per serving. All right, so it's kind of a low sugar type of deal. Not perfect, but that's the way we're gonna do it. And so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the barbecue sauce on it. We're gonna paint it on there, and then we're good to go. Hey, so I got my barbecue sauce ready to go. And so I'm just gonna squirt them on there, each and every one. And here's the key. The key is I have the sweet and smoky barbecue sauce. These ribs are gonna taste just like they were in the smoker. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I know all my smoker guys are gonna go crazy about this and go say you're absolutely crazy. I'm gonna take my little brush here. I'm gonna brush it on. I'm gonna brush it all over. I'm gonna put a lot of barbecue sauce on this sucker. Make sure that it gets all over and gets down in there. I'm gonna make sure we get it on the sides. I'm gonna put them up there. They're good to go. Down here on the bottom. Then I'm gonna take my tongs and I'm gonna flip each and every one of them over, just like this. Flip them all over. You gotta use your tongs because they will fall apart on you right there. So I'm gonna squirt some more sauce on there. Take my Ray's Smoky Ray. I'm gonna put a little generous portion on each and every one like that. Squirt it on there. And then we're just gonna paint it on, just like this. Paint those things over. Paint the ribs over. Now let me tell you what you can do. If you want to, you can take these ribs, put your oven setting on broil, and let them cook for about 3 or 4 minutes. That's all it takes. And it'll bake that sauce on there. It'll taste just like they've come out of the smoker. It will, but they will fall off the bone. You can look like a hero without having a smoker. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip them over and I'm gonna serve them just like they are because I'm a one guy and only me. I'm the only one eating them tonight. Boy, they're hard to get a hold of because they're falling apart here. But I'm gonna paint them up and I'm gonna show you the finished product right now. All right, everybody, here's the finished product right here. I'm gonna take a little fork here, show you what they look like right here. Look at this. Look at this. They will fall off the bone. Look at that right there. I mean, it just comes right off, ready to go. Good stuff, ready to eat. That's how you do ribs in the crock pot. Bass Chaplain out.